with a tape recorder and a mannequin. That's singer Kid Rock at January's American Music Awards, poking fun at what's been long whispered about at concerts, lip syncing. When you go to a live concert, the singer on stage is definitely alive, but the voice you're hearing may not be. In today's headline story, Matt Mahar learned the truth about something that, not surprisingly, many stars don't want to talk about.
They stand in line for hours, at times paying as much as $85 for a ticket to hear their favorite pop stars perform live.
Oops, I did it again.
But fans may not realize some performers have a peculiar idea of what makes a concert live. It's a music world secret we've learned many in the industry don't want you to know about. Ever wonder how Britney Spears' voice remains pitch perfect while performing those acrobatic high-energy dance numbers? How even under a waterfall, her song remains the same? The answer is easy, says Professor Doug Mitchell. He teaches recording arts at Middle Tennessee State University, the nation's largest program of its kind.
Her mic wasn't on. It wasn't up. And what was playing over the loudspeakers were the pre-produced tracks.
At our request, Mitchell analyzed tapes of several concerts, including this recent Britney Spears concert, which aired live. He believes the vocals filling the arena weren't Britney's live singing at all. They were coming from a recording.
No doubt about it. That's a pre-recorded lead vocal.
Well, and you're hearing 5 Britneys. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All pre-recorded.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Watch her lips closely. At times, they don't even seem to match up with her vocals.
A spokesperson for Britney Spears did not respond to our repeated requests for a comment, but Britney has long denied lip syncing at her shows. However, we've talked to 3 people who have worked in a high-level capacity behind the scenes of her concerts. All of them have confirmed that for much of her shows, Britney's mic isn't even on.
And it's not just Britney who has faked it on stage. Insiders tell us Sean P. Diddy Combs has lip-sync songs at some of his concerts. Combs had no comment. And pop star Jessica Simpson has said she's not completely opposed to lip-syncing if her voice is hurting. And she doesn't think fans really care. Regardless, she says she would never lip-sync a ballad. And a technician who has worked closely with Janet Jackson tells Inside Edition the superstar lip-syncs much of her live concerts. We asked Jackson's spokesperson how much of her show is actually live, but like many of the artists we contacted, we received no comment. So if they're not coming out of the stars' mouths, where do these magic vocals come from?
I mean,
this is Mario D'Arcy. He's a recording engineer who works on albums for a number of Grammy Award-winning artists. But we learned at times experts like D'Arcy are hired to create those special vocal tracks some performers are using at their live concerts.
And that's happening.
I think it is.
You know it's happening.
I know it is.
Yeah.
Mario showed us how he can take an entertainer's voice, record it in a studio,
Can you
and make it sound just like singing at a concert.
And then, for example, if we need it, we can add some reverb so it sounds like it's in a big arena, for example.
The fake live vocals can then be stored on a hard drive and then fed from an offstage computer like this right through a concert sound system and into the ears of thousands of unsuspecting fans.
I know the guys that mix those sort of things don't like doing it. They don't like to perpetrate that sort of a lie. But
Horace Ward has mixed sound at concerts for 20 years. He's toured with superstars like Prince, who Horace says sings every note of his shows live. But Horace concedes that some in the business do lip sync.
There's probably about maybe 5% of the acts that do it.
Yeah, but there's some of the biggest acts in the business, aren't they?
This is it. You know, you can afford the technology. You've got to be some of the biggest acts in the business to be able to pull it off.
But it turns out that the high-tech tricks aren't just for vocals. Have you ever heard of foot syncing?
Well, you've seen it if you're one of the millions of folks who bought tickets in recent years to see the Irish step dance show, Riverdance. That's right, a spokesperson for Riverdance confirmed that those highly synchronized taps echoing throughout the arena during the big dance numbers are a tape recording. The real sound of all those feet a-tapping, their spokesperson claims, is too hard to capture live. She also points out that the same techniques have been used for years at Broadway shows.
If I go to a concert, I want to know in advance, before I buy my ticket, that it's not going to be totally live.
Professor Richard Barnett teaches concert promotion at Middle Tennessee State and recently wrote a book on ethics in the music industry. He says some insiders defend lip syncing by explaining that it's impossible to perform high-energy dance numbers and sing clearly at the same time. Maybe so, says Barnett, but fans still deserve to be let in on the secret.
I believe that we have to have some kind of truth in advertising when it comes to live entertainment.
In a survey we did with the internet website ProSoundWeb, we asked 44 engineers who work at large concert venues if they'd ever replaced a singer's voice with a recording. 59% said they had.
Still to come, it was the second longest-running primetime drama in TV history. Now the original cast of Knots Landing reunites. But it's bittersweet because one cast member couldn't be there. Plus, who's this very pregnant superstar out on the town?